What are the most cost-effective ways to advertise a roofing company?
Well, I feel like I say this at least one time every time we do this. Something I'm working on today, but it's a fact. So we did something today. I didn't back in the day. You could not do this on Facebook. You had to become an admin to do this, but now they're allowing you to do it as just a friend or a follower of a Facebook page.
Mm.
So I had everyone on my team, including wives, including whatever, spouses. You can go to, like AJ, you could do it for me, even though it's not going to help me at all because you're in Atlanta. But you could go to Rainstoppers Roofing Facebook page and you can go invite your entire friends list. 3 clicks, you can invite your entire friends list to come follow my roofing page. You used to not be able to do that. Now I don't know how long it's been since that changed. Remember, I was
I
off
don't even
social
know about
media
that.
for like 3 years. So
Yeah. I wasn't even
once
aware of
upon a
that.
time ago, you couldn't do that.
Yeah.
I looked at just a couple hours before we logged in here, which meant it had only happened for a couple hours, and we had already gained 52 new followers. I suspect by this time tomorrow, we'll have gained at least a few hundred new followers. And these followers primarily are going to be people in our service areas. Maybe they're not a potential customer, but maybe they share a post one time, one time. And who knows who sees that could potentially be a customer. So that's free. That costs nothing to do. You don't even have to find your employees. Like I said, AJ, you could do that for me right now. I'm not asking you to because it's really not going to benefit me. But you know, I could call a friend and have a friend do that, and try to get some more followers. I always say LSA because it's an easy one. But the other thing I've been looking at and actually signed a contract on about 40 minutes ago was a trial run with Angie. I'm I'm kind of excited, to be honest with you, because everybody says it's dog shit, and that I don't think it is. I just think it's got to be used properly. Now, I used Angie ads, not Angie leads. Angie leads, I do believe to be complete dog shit. For what I'm trying to do, but Angie ads, I think is it ads? Is that right?
Well, yeah, I think ads used to be Home Advisor. One of them
No,
used to
other
be Home
way,
Advisor. There's the other
other
way.
way.
Okay.
The home advisor one,
Is the one that's
no
bad.
bueno. The other one is a straight monthly fee, and I spent a lot of time with them. They showed me where the hot spots were at, where they had a ton of leads with very little competition for contractors, and when we selected those as ones that we would pay, put in our profile. I'm excited. It's not real expensive if they pull through with what they said. They signed an agreement with me that for $1,000 a month, I would receive no less than, I'm trying to think. I think it was 15 leads for $1,000 a month. I would receive no less, and they signed that agreement. So we'll see. I'll pay $1,000 for 15 leads though. I mean,
Make sure to connect it to Proline for speed to lead because we have that in
it,
integration.
it's literally the reason I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So everything I'm trying to do right now is the only way to beat the competition is to be better than them in the initial correspondence. Um, After that, it becomes a price game. But if I can get a lead from Angie and they just jump immediately into Proline into a speed lead campaign. My speed lead campaign literally just sends you a booking link, like, "Hey, thanks for reaching out. Here's a link to book your appointment." And then if we're if it's during office hours, we're going to just pick the phone up and call them within a few minutes, probably anyway. But I mean, I think AJ, what is it, 3 seconds or 6 seconds delay or something like that? They're going to receive a opportunity to book their own appointment within just a few seconds.
And you can
And
have that
I
link in there
believe
too, the
with
web
that,
form.
I also today set up on an automated response in Facebook Messenger for the same exact reason. So I took the web form, the Proline Calendar web form, I copied the link and I put it as an automated response to Facebook messages. So in Facebook, as soon as we get a message from somebody reaching out about anything, hey, thanks for reaching out. If you're interested in a free quote, click this link to book your appointment or call us at our phone number. So they get an immediate response, even though that's not a direct integration, but the integration from the calendar link is into Proline. So we ran a couple of tests just to make sure it worked fine. It was flawless. So I'm really excited. I think those are the ways, because if somebody reaches out to you on Facebook and you don't respond right away, they're literally reaching out to 4 other people. Like that's just the way people buy today. But if I can send them a link immediately to just book their appointment, I think I've got the upper hand. So that's why we're trying Angie, is because we think with and the speed lead that we put alongside it, it could be successful.
Says in the chat, I have a feeling you're going to be disappointed with Angie Leads ads. They are pretty bad most of the time. Here's the thing though, like I've seen this so many times now is with Proline users where everyone thinks they're terrible. Nobody in their market works with them. They decided to do exactly what you're doing. They decided to work with Angie when they didn't really have any competition. They connect it to Proline Speed to Lead, and it actually works. And so what happened, I just remember this one conversation very clearly in my mind where they were like, yeah, we're thinking about canceling Angie. We're getting out of every 10 leads we get 2 of them that actually respond and to us and talk to us, and then 8 don't respond. And then I showed them the integration that we had, and they're like, well, we'll give this a shot. So they connected it to Proline, put it in the Speeds lead. I followed back up with them a month later, and they said it's completely flipped. We're now getting 8 out of 10 people responding with the Proline Speeds lead and booking appointments with us, and only 2 out of 10 that aren't. And it was just the difference in the Speeds lead. That was the only thing that changed. And so I think part of the reason why people think it's so bad is because, I mean, the person has that's even more intense than someone on your website. They truly have zero context to you. So if you're not reaching out the moment that they are filling out that form, then it's not going to be effective. And I mean, there's definitely other good lead sources and that you can work with too. Just because you use Angie doesn't mean you can't also use Directory or, something else. Which we also have that directory integration now.
I set it up already too. Yep.
Yeah. So you can use both. So my thing is why say no to the leads as long as you're getting good ROI on.
We're running a test. We're running a 3-month test, and we're going to see how it goes. I mean, so just to elaborate on that though, what John said, if he would have showed up to the mastermind group today, he would have got a real good education from Chad. Chad uses Angie up in Michigan and is absolutely killing it on it. So his only 2 lead sources are Angie and referral. That's it. That's it. He's spending $2,000 a month on Angie, and then he's got referral, and that's all he has for lead sources, and he's kicking ass. Like he's doing really well with it.
Yeah.
But he's in a market kind of like me. Detroit's not that far away, but
are different. Each
market is different.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a lot of competition in that market on Angie. So the reason I pulled the trigger, I actually went on as a customer and I put in my home address. I just acted like I was a customer. It brought up, it was either 3 or 4 contractors that I could select to receive a quote from. I could receive them from all, whatever. Not one of them was within 2 hours of me. So what that told me was there's nobody in my market using it. And so I called and I verified that was the case. And the way it works with Angie ads is if there's no one in your market, it just keeps going out until it finds somebody. These guys are 2 hours away. I literally have never heard of them. I have lived here my entire life. I've been doing business here for 10 years. I've never heard of them. You know what I mean? They're not taking leads down here. I guarantee you they just turn the call down. Why not? If I'm the only, chances are, if I was in that list of 3 or 4, I'm probably the only one going to write a quote. Yeah. So I thought for $1,000 a month. I mean, I spend $70-some $100 a month on the freaking radio that don't generate hardly any leads. So if this, it's just more of a brand awareness thing. So I think with the brand awareness that I've always am running in all my local communities, if I can pop up on there when no one else has any brand recognition in the area, I think I've got a really, really good chance of securing that lead. We'll see. I mean, But I think John's right probably where he's at.
It
I think it
depends.
just depends on where you're at.
Also, I don't think John needs too many new leads with
No,
all this stuff going on in
no.
Florida. I feel like it's probably plenty of leads.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure. Yeah, if I was killing it like John is, I wouldn't be signing up for Angie.